Hello everyone. In this part 1 of definite integrals, I let you know about the fundamental theorem of integral calculus. Definite integral is quite easy if we have the knowledge of the indefinite integral. Now, what is the meaning of definite integral? In case of definite integral, we have the lower and upper limit also. So first of all, let phi x be the antiderivative of fx of a continuous function defined on closed interval a to b, then the definite integral of fx over closed interval ab is defined by integration a to b fx dx and equals to phi b minus phi a. That is, in simple word, integration a to b fx dx is always equals to phi b minus phi a. This is the fundamental theorem of integral calculus. Now, it means whatever result is coming after integration, first of all, put the upper limit minus lower limit and that result, and whatever answer will come, that will be the definite result. In this case, no need to take the constant of integration. Now, what is the geometrical meaning of fundamental theorem of calculus? Look at this thing. If we have this y is equals to fx is a curve, then area bounded by this curve and the ordinate x is equals to a to x is equals to b. It means what is the lower limit to upper limit. So this area we will get after doing the definite integral. This is the basic part of or geometrical meaning of this, which we have to use for the applications. So let's start to do the solution of some questions. How will we do the solution? Look at this thing. In first question A part, we have to find out the integral of 2 to 3 x square dx. Now first of all, look at this thing. We are observing we have lower limit and upper limit. It means this is the part of definite integral. Now look at this thing. First do the integration. X cube upon 3. This is 3 to 2. It means you can take 1 upon 3 common. Now what is this? 3 cube minus 2 cube. It means what is this thing? 1 upon 3. 3 cube means 27 minus 8. It means 19 upon 3. This is the answer for this part. Now look at this thing in B part. We have to do the integration of 0 to pi by 4 sine 2x dx. Now look at this thing. What is the meaning of integration of sine 2x? Minus cos 2x upon 2, and this is limit is 0 to pi by 4, because 1 upon minus 1 upon 2 is constant, take it outside, and this is cos 2x pi by 4 to 0. It means now put the values. It means minus half. This is cos pi by 2, because this become pi by 2, minus cos 0. Cos pi by 2 is 0 only. Cos 0 is 1. It means this become half 1. So this is the way of integration for this part. Now look at this thing. In C part, what we are observing, in C part we have to do the integration of 0 to pi by 4 1 upon under root 1 plus sine 2x. Now look at this thing. For this part, first we will do the simplification. Integration 0 to pi by 4. You can write down this thing cos square x plus sine square x, and this is sine 2x means 2 sine x cos x dx. Now this is the formula. It means what is the formula? A plus b whole square. It means this will cancel out. It means this become, what is this? Cos x plus sine x whole square. It means this is cos x plus sine x dx. It means I is equals to 0 to pi by 4. What is the integration of this thing? Sine x. What is the integration of this thing? Minus cos x. Now first of all, after integration, we have to write down in this way: 0 to pi by 4. First of all, upper limit. It means what is the upper limit? Sine pi by 4 minus cos pi by 4, and this is then lower limit minus what is this thing? Sine 0 minus cos 0. It means what this become? I is equals to, this is cancel out. It means the resultant is 1 only. So what is the result of this thing? 1. Now look at this thing in D part. We have to do the integration of 0 to pi by 4 tan square x dx. Now tan square में x means we can write down what is this, sec square x is equals to 1 plus tan square x. It means tan square x is equals to sec square x minus 1 dx. Now I is equals to what is the integration of sec square x, tan x, and what is this, minus x. This is 0 to pi by 4. Now first of all upper limit, it means tan pi by 4 minus pi by 4, and this is after then what we have to do, we have to find, and then lower limit minus tan 0 0 minus 0. So what this become, I is equals to tan pi by 4 is 1 minus pi by 4, and this is the answer. Now look at this thing, question number 2. In question number 2, what they are saying, they are giving these conditions and we have to find the value of a and b. Now look at this thing. To do this part, first of all they are giving integration a to b x cube dx is equals to 0. First of all do the integration x4 upon 4. This is a to b is equals to 0. Put the limits and shift this 4 this side. 4 into 0 0. It means what this become, b4 minus a4 is equals to 0. It means b square minus a square, b square plus a square is equals to 0. It implies that b square minus a square is equals to 0. It implies that b minus b plus a, b minus a is equals to 0. It implies that b plus a is equals to 0 because b minus a is not equals to 0. In this case a is equals to b, which is not according to this limit. It implies that b is equals to minus a. This is the first equation. Now another part they are giving. Now a to b x square dx is equals to 2 by 3. Again do the integration. What will be the integration? X cube upon 3. This is a to b 2 by 3. 3 is the constant term. Take outside and cancel out. What this become? B cube minus a cube. And what is this? 2 only. B cube minus a cube means b minus a cube minus b cube, a minus b, a square plus b square plus ab. It means this is the part. From equation 2, 1, put the values. What is the value of b? Minus a minus 2a. What this become? A square plus a square. And what is this? B is minus a. So this become minus a square is equals to 2 from equation 1. Now look at this thing. This is the value from equation 1. After then, what we are going to do? We are going to do, this is minus 2a, 2 cancel out. It means minus a, this part cancel out, in a cube is equals to 1. Sorry, a square is equals to 1. It means a cube is equals to minus, a cube is equals to minus 1. It means a is equals to minus 1. From equation 1, we have b is equals to minus a. It means b is equals to 1. Therefore, a is equals to minus 1 and b is equals to 1. On the basis of this, do the practice of other questions so that you can find out the result. And always remember this thing, this result will remain, give the particular answer for each student. Don't forget to give the answer of this question in comment box. Thanks and God bless you.